to get to that point. So I am so excited to introduce you to Michelle Morata. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now Michelle and I, we just happened to be in the kitchen, and she says, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm here." And we looked at each other like, "I never seen you. I never seen you." And we just started. I said, "I have a radio station here." You know what? Why did I say that? Anybody have a guess?
Divine intervention.
What, divine
to get her
intervention?
interested in maybe being an interview.
Well, to get her attention.
Mm-hmm.
To let her know, hey, I got it going on. I'm going to keep it real. That's exactly why I did it. So that she could stop in her tracks, which she did, because she was making coffee, wasn't it? And she stopped, she said, "You got a radio station?" Yeah. So always have that thing that's going to grab them. I didn't go into no long spiel, didn't I? I said, "Oh, I got a radio station."
And I said, "I've done radio."
Yeah, she said she done radio. So this is Michelle, and Michelle has done radio. She does voiceovers, and we started talking. And then I said, "You know what? I'm doing this workshop." And I said, "Can you come by and maybe talk to my audience?" What did I say? You always be thinking about what? Your audience. And she's here. So thank you.
Hi. Nice to be here.
Nice to be here. Now, Michelle, I've got this recorded, so I'll be doing this,
Okay.
from just when you're talking. Kalika's teaching me this. Do this when you talk, Raven, or this when you talk. Okay. So, anyway, share with them a little bit about you and your background.
Okay, I grew up in the music industry. My father owned a record company while I was growing up. It was a company called VJ Records. It started with gospel, went to rock and roll. Eventually owned other companies. I never thought I'd be in the industry, had no intentions of being in the industry. I'm a backup singer and I do radio and voiceovers.
Can you guys believe that?
However, what brought me to this, 7 years ago, my mother passed away. Then my best friend slumped over their desk. Then I lost 4 other family members and friends. And the divorce from hell. After all that, I got up one day because it was very depressing, and I said, "Life is too short." I wanted to learn how to fly. I just got my pilot's license.
Wow.
It took 7 years.
Good job.
I wanted to learn hypnosis, so I figured out how to do that. And I got kicked out of the first school, which was free. But that actually opened the door to a different school. I wanted to go back to the Caribbean because I'm a beach baby. Turns out my nephew was getting married in the Bahamas. Yes. I started to do the things I've wanted to do. And like I said, my turning point was when I lost 6 friends and family members in that 4-month period. I'm sorry, I did a lot of ums.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're not Toastmasters today. We're just being ourselves and keeping it real.
True, but I'm a little nervous.
That's okay.
I've just decided life is too short not to do what you want to do. I'm 59 years old. I have 2 granddaughters. And my oldest granddaughter called me the other day and she says, "You know what? I want to go to Hawaii." I said, "You working?" "Yeah." "Got a savings?" "Yeah." "Got a vacation time?" "Yeah." "Okay. When are you going?" So she's leaving the end of this month.
You going with her?
No, I can't at the moment.
Can't at the moment. Let me ask you this, because your parents own this record company,
My
and
father
your
did.
father did, and you do voiceover work or did voiceover work. And as you know, when I seen you and we started talking, I said, "You know what? I'm doing this workshop, and I would love for you to come up and give them some techniques that will help them to deliver better, that will help them." I always tell people, you have to kind of get it from here, from your gut, and push it out. And it's important on your posture, how you sit up so that you can, project better. And so I'm a zipping, which is hard to do because I'm talking most. But you know what? Just share from your heart some tips, because we only got a few minutes, Say if
Okay.
I want to spend about 5 minutes with you, and then we got to get back to them. We have somebody else. So just share with them. Just let it out. Anything that can help them in delivering and projecting their voice better.
Okay, as you said.
And you can hold it.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
so I can drink my coffee. Just make sure you hold it. There you go.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, as
Make sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you don't hold it with the recording button at all. Make sure that we're still recording. Yes. So just there you go.
Okay, as Raven said, it comes from your gut. The other thing I do, I close my eyes, take a deep breath, let out all the negative and think of all the positive. Take another deep breath, then talk. And I feel, when I take the deep breath, I just let all this positive energy in. See, like, okay, today's going to be a wonderful day. And I feel positive about that, and it shows. It shows with your breath control, it shows with your voice coming out. I try to leave all the negative at the door. That's hard to do, but you'll learn how to do it. Try to think of something I like. I happen to love the beach. I love the smell of the ocean. I think of that. I do some character voices, which I'm not going to do right now.
Okay. Don't ask.
And I'll have to picture myself as a 3-year-old. It's just kind of fun. I have no problems getting on the floor and crawling around with my dogs. That helps with that voice. If I have to do something serious, I think of like a courtroom or Perry Mason or maybe a medical show where they're always serious. Like I said, I leave the negative at the door. That's the best I can do.
Yeah. Well, let me just ask you this, okay, because you brought up some great points, really, Michelle. So let's say we're on a radio show, and our job is to draw the listener in as the interviewee, as someone being interviewed, right? Because that listener, they're just getting to know us, and they're either going to keep the radio on, meaning if you're in the car, or they're going to turn the dial, or if they're listening to an internet radio show like my station, they're going to either stay in their chair, get up, or continue listening to you on their iPad or iPhone or walk away. So you've been doing what you did for years. What are some tips to draw the listener in? You know, to take the listener from to here.
Show enthusiasm. You're talking about, you're planning a family reunion. You're happy you're planning this. You're going to see Grandma, who's 90 years old, and God bless her, she made it. She's 90. She can tell you stories about 1920s. You're going to see the newborn next to Grandma. I mean, look at that, just the generations. Be enthusiastic about your topic.
Yes, and passionate.
And very passionate,
Yeah.
yes.
What about voice reflection? Inflections rather. Up, down, low, whisper.
Okay, most people in this state, including me, in sentences like this, and sometimes that's not good. You have to work on that. That is, I think it's called California accent. Not really good for voiceovers. Inflections, just go with your gut.
Go with your gut.
Go with your gut.
You definitely do not want to stay monotone. You want to, put, like she said, some excitement. And we talked about going with your gut and how important being intuition is. And that's, I can feel my audience.
Yeah.
Not just hear them, I can feel them. And many of my clients, like Reggie Curtis or Caroline, you'll hear me say, when you share something with me, you might hear me say, I don't just hear you, I can feel you. And I love it when I can feel you because I know you're passionate, you're committed, you're being you. You're not going by no script. You're speaking from the heart and all that stuff. So how important is that?
Very important. The audience is going to hear your emotional feelings. You know, and when you're talking, use your hands.
Yeah.
Show emotion. I mean, yes, today was a very nice day. That means nothing.
Yeah.
But, hey, today was great. Use your hands. Smile.